In today's video, I'm going over the evolution of Spider-Man characters and the LEGO video games. Spider-Man and Spider-Man related characters show up in every LEGO Marvel video game. There's much to talk about when comparing all these characters in each video game. So, to keep some clarity and structure, I will split this collection up into 3 separate videos. Here we will look at every LEGO Spider-Man, Peter Parker and some important figures in his life. The second video will contain every variant of Spider-Man, like Miles Morales, Ben Reilly, Spider-Gwen, etc. And in the last video we will go over every villain, like Doc Ock, the Green Goblin, Venom and more. To not miss these videos, make sure to subscribe and like and comment while you're at it. Thank you very much. Let's get into it. Spider-Man is featured in every LEGO Marvel game, with varying amounts of appearances in each game. In LEGO Marvel Superheroes 1, he takes a big role, where he and Captain America are the most playable characters in the story, appearing in 7 out of 15 chapters. In LEGO Marvel Superheroes 2, we see a multiversal threat in Kang the Conqueror. Spider-Man, being no stranger to the multiverse, also has a large part in this story. It's only in LEGO Marvel Avengers where Spidey isn't featured in the story because of its MCU connections, and he is merely a free DLC character as a part of the Spider-Man Character Pack DLC. In LEGO Marvel Superheroes 1, Spider-Man's suit resembles that of Earth 12041 Spider-Man, the Marvel Animated Universe from 2012 through 2017. This is also the suit that the LEGO Spider-Man minifigure has from the sets that came out around that time when this game released. In this game, he has the ability to web swing, which is pretty basic with the webs not attaching to the building, but it's still being very satisfying to swing around the city. He can also hang upside down on wood webs and stick to walls, but isn't able to crawl on those walls. His other abilities are Spider Sense, Web Grapple to latch onto special grapple points with web lines, dodge attacks and fire impact webbing at enemies in order to knock them out or ensnare them in webs. In LEGO Marvel Avengers, his normal suit is the same one from the first game. He can still web swing, hang upside down, stick to walls, web grapple, fire impact webbing, but not use Spider Sense. Knowing that he is a free DLC character, you might think that he is a copy and paste from the first game, but they actually went out of their way to give him some more abilities. First off, he can web slingshot to gain height and speed. He can wall crawl on walls, where he can also launch off those walls. He now has a blue trail following him while swinging. He has acrobatic skills and can use computers. These weren't possible in the previous game. In LEGO Marvel Superheroes 2, his normal suit is a Civil War suit from the MCU. All the abilities from the previous games are here. Web swinging, but it's faster and has a red trail, hanging upside down, fire impact webbing, web slingshot, crawl on walls and launch on walls. The additional abilities are his super attack, which is a web blossom attack, which is pretty similar to the PlayStation Spider-Man title. And he has the ability to crawl on the floor, which wasn't possible in the previous games. Like in all Spider-Man games, he has to have some suits to choose from. In the first game, he has the Future Foundation suit, which was given to Peter in the comics after joining the Future Foundation after the passing of Johnny Storm. This suit is translated nicely to the game and has the same exact abilities as the normal suit. The other suit featured in this game is the iconic symbiote suit. He is a part of the Super Pack DLC. He functions the same as the other suits, with the only difference is that he has black webbing when swinging and firing, but not when sticking to walls. The symbiote suit is also available in Superheroes 2, with the two difference between the two is the black trail behind Spidey when he swings and the glowing eyes, which every Spidey in this game has. The only other Spider-Man suit in LEGO Marvel Superheroes 2 is a homemade suit, which is directly based on the homemade suit from Spider-Man Homecoming, with only slightly darker eyes. Every ability is the same when playing in this suit. LEGO Marvel Avengers has 2 suits for Spidey. One is his Civil War suit from Captain America Civil War, but something interesting is that he's actually based on the prototype suit of that movie. That's why the spider symbols are different to the actual movie. The other suit from this game is the Iron Spider suit, which is based on the one Peter gets from Tony Stark during the events of Civil War in the comics, although it's a little too bright of a red for me. It has these 4 extra mechanical arms that are always out, and only extra ability of this suit is the laser beam Spidey can shoot. Wasn't really sure where to put the superior Spider-Man. I was going to put him in the variant or villain video, but it's still somewhat Peter Parker under the mask, even if it's mingled with Doc Ock's mind. Anyways, the superior Spider-Man appears in both the first and second superheroes game. They both have the same abilities from their respective Spidey. The biggest difference are the extra arms. In the second game they are larger and move. Also, the actual arms are also printed, and the eyes are larger in the second game. Plus, his special ability is different from Spider-Man himself. The man behind the mask, Peter Parker, is obviously available in every video game. His main ability across every game is turning into Spider-Man. In the first 2 games, he turns into Spider-Man by webbing a cocoon around himself and jumping out as Spidey, and vice versa. In Superheroes 2, Peter transforms by webbing himself out of frame and web slinging back. In the first Superheroes game, only the original suit and the future Foundation suit can be turned back into Peter, while the symbiote suit doesn't allow this. While in Superheroes 2, this is possible, just like every other suit of this game, but the superior Spider-Man in both games don't transform into Peter Parker / Doc Ock. In the Avengers game, only as his normal suit can you turn back into Peter. For some reason this is not possible as Iron Spider or his Civil War suit. In each game, Peter holds his camera. In the first Superheroes game there are missions where you have to take pictures, and in the second Superheroes game you can freely use your camera to take pictures and selfies. In the first game he only has basic moves and attacks, while in Avengers and Superheroes 2 he shoots magical blasts out of his camera, but only in the second Superheroes game does he throw newspapers as well. Who's Peter without his Aunt May? She appears in both the Superheroes games, both having similar designs, only with a varying torso piece. Both versions carry a purse, which is a weapon of choice when fighting. Only in the second game does she throw pies, as well as play a record player to make nearby bystanders dance. Peter's first love interest, Gwen Stacy, also appears in both Superheroes games, but are different Gwens. In the first game she looks like her comic book self from the earlier Spider-Man comics, with long blonde hair, green long jacket, a black top and a purple short. One thing to note is that her legs look like they forgot to color it in correctly. She has a basic fighting style and doesn't have any special abilities. In the second game she is Spider-Gwen. She has shorter hair but has the same color of clothes, although they are different. Her fighting style has been updated and she uses pink drummer sticks, and her special ability is a sonic boom coming from her drum set. Her biggest ability is turning into Spider-Gwen in the same fashion as Peter, but that's for another video. Peter's most toxic girlfriend, Mary Jane Watson, only appears in LEGO Marvel Superheroes 1. She has red hair, a black tank top with the spider logo in a heart shape and jeans on, and she doesn't possess any special abilities, so moving on. Jonah Jameson appears in both the Superheroes games. He has the same design in both games, wearing a grey bluish suit. Throws newspapers in both games, but only in the second game does he have a sonic boom ability from screaming at his desk after Parker. I also wanted to compare the vehicles and aircrafts from each game, but only LEGO Marvel Superheroes 1 has Spider-Man ones, with the Spider-Cycle, the Spider-Trike, the Spider-Copter and the Spider-Buggy. That has been the evolution of Spider-Man related characters in the LEGO video games. Make sure to subscribe to not miss the next part. With that, take care and bye for now.